another episode of Sleeping Giants, Red Star Belgrade. Now, in our last episode, we drew 0-0 with Celtic in the Champions League, and it was a disappointing one, just because I really don't know, like, with Europe, it just seems to be away games are, home games were phenomenal, and away games were terrible, and I think that seems to just apply across the board in Europe. Like, we can beat sometimes the best teams in the world at home, but get spanked away from home by really average teams. It's really interesting. Obviously, it's to do with the tactics we're playing, but I think it can't always be down to that, you know, because sometimes you're still going to win away from home with your tactic. It can't just be the tactic doesn't work away from home, because teams play different tactics. So it isn't as simplistic as that. But we do need to try and think of a way of playing away from home. It's as simple as that. We might need to adjust our system and maybe go one up top with a shadow striker, perhaps, just to get a little bit more bulk in the midfield. Maybe come up with a new away tactic. If you've got any ideas for a new away tactic, do let me know in the comments. Something that's going to make us solid, but still have an attacking threat. I don't want an overly defensive tactic that will just, you know, shut the part of the bus. We've got a part of the bus tactic, that's fine. But I want to, if you've got any ideas for a tactic that we can use in away games in Europe, then do let me know in the comments. But don't just like put stuff, let me know why those things, you know, because if you're just saying do this, then there's no explanation for why I should do that. Right, so let's get into the games. Now, this month we've kind of gone on a little bit, we've had a bit of a renaissance regarding scoring. Like, before the Celtic game, we'd had a decent run of games, you know, 3-4, 3-3, 3-4, 4-4, 3, but we were never really pushing it to the sort of levels that we've had before, like we did at the start of the season with the 10-1 victory over India in the cup final and whatnot. We've never really gone back to those heights, but this month, this episode we kind of have. Against Vojvodina on the first, remember, Vojvodina are like 4th or 5th in the league at the time. Again, they had a decent enough time. I mean, they had more shots, not more shots than us, they had more shots than a lot of teams do, though. As you can see, though, Toshka with 2 goals in the first 15 minutes, which is great, because it's getting his goal scoring back on the right track, and that's always lovely to see, and he's had an absolute stormer of a month. Let me just make that very clear. This is, like, Toshka time. He was starting to look a little bit inconsistent, but he suddenly seemed to be finding his feet. Then Adamenko, of all people, made it 3-0 before a goal from Sadibi made it 4-0 at half-time. In the second half, it was all about Vukan. 2 more added to his tally for the season, making it a 6-0 drubbing. All relatively good goals. I mean, clear-cut chances in this game. Only 2 to score 6 goals, but you think that's bad? Wait for it. Wait for it. Next match, Radnik Serdulica. Now, this was a cup game, and I played the full-strength team for this one because I wanted to rest them all for the next game, which is, the one leading up to today's game. And in this game, look at that. Savicevic got himself another brace, which is all well and good. 1 for Gajic, 1 for Militic, but he also got 3 assists in this one, and a Kavic own goal. But you'll notice that midfielder Abdoulaye Kofi got himself a pissing hat-trick in this match. I'm not even joking. It was glorious. In fact, I'm going to show you his second goal, because, like, his first one was a good goal. Like, make no mistake about it, but the second one was just like, yes. Remember which one it is. No, I think it was goal number 4. Yeah, it is number 4. Okay. He just, he had a great game. He was spraying some wonderful passes around as well. That's what I would also like to point out. He put some absolutely glorious balls in. Apologies if you can hear that in the background. It's my phone. Sorry about that. Right. And it's just, actually, I think this is his third one, actually, or something like that. That's a lovely finish. I think it's the goal that he scored directly before that. Apologies, guys. But you get to see 2 of his goals there. I think it is this one. No, this is Savicevic. Another good goal. Must be the second goal of the game. Apologies. Seeing a couple of the extra goals. Savicevic's strike there weren't bad either, I have to say. Sorry, I forgot which one it was. I think it was his first one. Actually, I think this was his first goal of the season as well. It's just a good piece of play, basically. Ashraf's ball in, Trezeguet bring down, knocks it out wide, and just a lovely effort from long range. Bear in mind, he scored a hat-trick, and his third one, later on, wasn't that much worse either. Spread it out wide, and then making a lung-busting run into the box to get on the end of it, and that was a lovely finish in the end. In the third match of the month, it was just us against Jagodina, and when I say us, I mean Florentin Toshka. You know, I was saying before that I didn't feel that he had that ability to, you know, he'd be consistent and would be able to get sort of, you know, a goal here and a goal there and try to get a consistent flow of goals just because we were playing so well, and it would almost make him look good, but I didn't think he'd ever be able to hit the heights of sort of Jovic, where he's scoring hat-tricks and braces and, well, in this case, a haul. But he did it in this one. In fact, he had a hat-trick in 40 minutes. And then added a penalty to make it 4-1. So he scored 4 goals in one match, which is just amazing. Let me just make sure I put this back on 2D Classic before I forget. Because all of that leaves the league looking like this. We're top with 41 points. Not that that should come as a huge shock. 51 goals scored in the first half of the season. So I'll tell you what, there's every chance, if we carry on that for the second half, that would give us 102. Now, the record was 111. So, if we have a really solid second half to the season, you never know, we could maybe go for the record again. Only 13 conceded now. We've stepped that up a notch as well, which is great to see. Starting to be a little bit more solid at the back. Plus 38 goal difference is great. And as you can see, Partizan are starting to catch up now. They're up to third after they won against FK India. But it's great to see a team like FK India, who only came up a couple of seasons ago, actually challenging right at the top end of this league. And FK Rad just doing now at the moment. But we're 12 points clear of them and 15 points clear of Partizan. So I'm going to say that the title is pretty much going our way. But as you can see, Toshka has 15 goals in 15 league matches. Just think about that. That's sort of, Jovic last season. In fact, remember, this is important. Jovic didn't actually have a season for us where he got a goal a game in the league. The most he ever managed, I think, was 29 in the league. And I'm just thinking, could Toshka be consistent enough in the league this season to maybe get another 15 goals in his next 15 matches? Could he maybe be the first one to do it? You just never know. Also, it just occurred to me, I didn't do a squad report in the last episode, and I'm massively sorry for that. I thought it felt a bit shorter than it even usually should have been. Toshka, there you go. 21 goals in 21 starts. You can't argue with that. He's been great. Really, he has. Gajic is in second there with 12. Savicevic with 11, and then Militic. Oh, also, yeah, important here. Militic is out for 2 months with a hip injury, which suffered in training, which was annoying because he had to go off in a league match. And when they brought him off, I was worried. But then we didn't get a notification about him being injured, so it was all good, and he was fine again. Then, during that gap between then and the next game, he picked up an injury in training, which was originally going to be 3 months, but I've paid for a specialist to get him back in 2. As for assists, well, Savicevic with 15 already. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets 20 goals and sort of 25 assists again, because that's just what he do. Militic has 10 assists, but 7 of those have come in the cup, which is crazy, because he got 4 in one game and a hat-trick in another. Gajic has 7 as well, and Adamenko with... Gajic has 8 and Adamenko with 7, so he's started to catch up now. As for player of the match, Gajic with 5. Interesting. Yellow cards, Bazan Vera with 4. Red cards, of course, Kone and Adamenko with 1 each. Average rating, Gajic now has crossed over the 8 mark, and that's lovely to see as well. 2 players playing above an 8, that's nice. Key aerial challenges, of course, is Bazan Vera, surprisingly actually, considering how good Kone is in the air. Key passes, Savicevic with 96. Key tackles, Kone with 26. Interceptions, Bazan Vera 220, and of course value is Bazan Vera. Right, let's get into this game then. Manchester City, at home, we have only one option, that is to try and go for this. If we can get... No, actually, I'll tell you what. If we can get a point here and Celtic lose, and they are away from home, then we will go through, basically, because we've got a better head-to-head than Celtic, and we can't be caught by Inter. So that's basically what it is. If we can get a draw here, then I think we'll go through. But it's going to be crazy tough in this one. Toshka, Sadibi, Gajic, Savicevic, Kofi, Tufedzic, Ashraf, Kone, Bazan Vera, Adamenko, and Arguello. Ashraf... He's not the best for stamina, I don't think. That's one of his slight problems. Are they natural fitness? They're not even that bad. I don't know. But as you can see, he's coming along nicely. I'm very, very happy with him. It's interesting to see Kofi preferred in the midfield. I think Ristic is still carrying a slight... Yeah, he actually is what we're talking about. We've got such a great dearth of talent. I don't know if that's the right word, like a huge amount of midfield quality. We've got Kofi, China, Tufedzic, Ristic, Yildirim, and Kaspers. All, for me, are good enough. And that's going to be really difficult, us actually dealing with those players, trying to keep everybody happy. Right, we're going to go for this. We're the home team. I want to see if we've got what it takes, We were very... Well, I must say we were unlucky. We were poor against them away from home, but we still did a bloody good job of very nearly hanging on, but the red card didn't help. Hopefully, if we come out with this... If we come out from this game with anything, then I think we will go through. Technically, a big enough victory could actually see us top the group, but that is incredibly unlikely. Let's just put it that way. I think as good as we are at home, I think City are still going to win this game, and that's a shame. But you just never know. And Celtic are winning as well, which doesn't help. Savicevic, go on Savicevic. Toshka on the rebound, it's 1-0 Red Star. Red Star 1, City 0. That's a big moment for us. But unfortunately, the head-to-head record, they beat us 2-0, I think it was. So it would take quite some turnaround. Celtic are amazingly winning away from... if we were to go out with 10 points, that would be a sickener. Terrible goalkeeping there from Henderson. Don't know who that is. Toshka there coming in and scoring goal number 22 for the season. At least he's in good form for now. But we're not done yet. You know, our only chance could in fact be to win this game like 3-0 or something and sneak through and knock City out. Wouldn't that be weird if in a group with Inter and City in it, Red Star Belgrade and Celtic with a win? Oh my god, it's 2-0. Florida, see what I mean? This is insane. Home and away in Europe is absolutely fucked for me. Like, there's no way in hell that we should be beating City 2-0 and yet losing away and struggling against Celtic. Although, that being said, they're having a good year. But look, Inter, bottom of the group, they beat us 7-3 away from home. I mean, crazy stuff. 2-0 up, though. And at the moment, we're still... don't foul him, don't foul him, don't foul him. Thank you. Well done. Good defending, good goalkeeping. 2-0 Red Star. We need to stay on this tactic because I'm pretty certain that if we win this 3-0, then that would put us through... don't foul him. Ball in. There's two of you there. Well done. Savicevic on the clearance now. Go. Go, Vukan. Into Toshka. Go on, get another one. It's 1-1. That's better. Right, we've got to be so careful here now. Because it is so finely balanced, this game now. You know, it's 2-0 to us here, and Celtic are drawing in Milan. So, this is so finely poised. But it's looking good for us at the moment. That's what I would say. And it's all about the home form for us in Europe. Gajic. Kofi. If we get a third goal, actually, if we got a third goal, I'd probably stay on control, to be honest. Sidibe, Toshka, across he comes, Toshka, hat-trick, again. Poor Red Star Belgrade 3, Manchester City 0, and that would temporarily send us top of the group, would you believe? Toshka sneaking inside here, and another wonderful finish, look at that. He's as composed as anyone. There is a whole grocery store of cucumbers that are not cooler than him right now. That is incredible. Right, so half time, and we're top of the group. What do we do? Personally, I think we should stay on control. It allows us to keep control of the game, obviously, it's a control, and not get caught out, hopefully. And I think it still offers us an attacking threat at times. So I think we're going to stick with what we're doing because it's working. We're at 3-0 up against City at home here. We could potentially win our Champions League group. I mean, to win this group would be probably our biggest achievement in this save so far, but it's so important. Right, who do we bring on, though? That is the question. Probably going to be China, because he's just a little bit more in shape at the moment than Yildirim is. Kofi's had a quality game, and I'm starting to think that he needs to be playing more and more. And I think my assistant's starting to agree with me on that one, too. Henderson, you know, a 3-1, I think, would put City back ahead on away goals. I don't know if they count away goals for head-to-heads. Not really sure how that works. Toshka, through the channel. Savicevic, can he score? He can! It's 4-0. Red Star 4, Manchester City 0. At the moment, I think we are going to go through. Whether we finish top or not is a different matter. But they need 2 goals now to avoid finishing. Look at that. Lovely little ball through from Toshka. He's got 3 goals and an assist today now. Savicevic with a lovely finish to make it 4-0. And 4 clear-cut chances, 4 goals. We've been clinical. And I guess we've saved it all up for one match. But I'm determined to just stick with what we're doing for now, because we're playing so damn well. Look at the spread. Ashraf is going to bomb down here. Can he slip it around the corner, perhaps? Whips it in, maybe? Ball in. Cleared away. China. Good save from Henderson, and another good strike. We are playing so well here. We are laying a beat down onto Manchester City, people. This is just unbelievable stuff. We've actually managed to overturn the goal difference as well at the moment, which is just crazy. At one point, their goal difference was like 6 or 7 better than ours, and now it's level. Savicevic. Can he get the ball forward? He can. Sidibe around the corner. Gajic is through here. Gajic! And he's missed it. That was the big chance. That should have been 5-0. That should have been 5-0. And I know you're thinking, why do you care? Well, you know, they're going to throw something at us in this game. Whoa, Kone. I'm sorry. That is just wow. It's going to flash up and say he's injured in a minute anyway. So I may as well just make the substitution now. That's 2 injury substitutions, though, which is a little bit of a worry. We're just going to stick with what we got for now. Because I don't want to risk having to play with 10 men. I might make the last sub with... Oh, come on! Wait, have I already made 3 subs? Are we... Is that serious? Why is it not letting me change it? So we've had basically all 3 of our substitutions today have had to be made through injury. That's a little bit disappointing. I might just switch Horvat and Toshka. Actually, no, not what we're doing. Toshka's playing so damn well in that position. Let's not disrupt him. It's disappointing to see so many injuries. I have to say, oh, that's poor. That's so poor. Patrick Roberts, outright of Volland, and it's well won. Sidibe, can he find a pass? He drops it back for China. Toshka. Sidibe. to Fedic. We're playing some wonderful football here. Adamenko out wide. Can he whip a cross in? He can. Sadibi! Oh, and it's cleared. I don't know if that counts as a good opportunity or not. Krupa up to China. We're still going here. Uh-oh. Gnabry. City don't have any runners. Right, now they do. Uh-oh. Suarez is through. Suarez is through. And, oh, well, he's been put off by the goalkeeper. That is terrible from Luis Suarez. Sadibi's injured as well. We're 4-0 up against Manchester City. Can I just point that out? I don't know how, right? We're just going to do a little team talk here, just to tell them to concentrate, or tighten up just a little bit. Just to make sure that we don't concede 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. That would be kind of shit. Win that header, win that header, win that header. Good stuff. And Celtic, oh, Christ on a bike. Are you joking? Celtic are topping... Oh, I'd hate that. Celtic are actually going to top the bloody group. Despite all our hard work, they're going to top the bastard group. That would be so sickening if we were to lose this. If we were to not win this group with the way we've played right now. It looks like it's actually going to be the case. That's crazy. But can I just point it back again? We've beaten Manchester City 4-0, and we've somehow come second in the group. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Oh, what have you got to do to win this damn group? That is disappointing. Oh, but well done, Celtic. Let's point that out. They were a pot 4 team, and they've won the bastard group. Inter came 4th, and City go out in 3rd place. We've scraped through based on our head-to-head record. What a performance that was. What a performance. A hat-trick again for Florentin Toshka. That means he is currently on, this month alone, 9 goals in like 4 matches. He's on fire. I don't know how many he's actually got in Europe, but he certainly isn't going to be up there just yet. There's a couple of players from then again, it can't be that far off. So there we have it. The other leagues haven't been decided, so Real Madrid are through with Freiburg. This is my point. See, we top the group, we could draw someone like Freiburg, who got through with 7 points, or Bordeaux. That's what I really wanted. That's what's so disappointing. Or Napoli, although that would have been quite tough. Oh God, look at that group. Or Chelsea, I suppose. So I guess it doesn't really matter that much because you're going to have to beat these teams in order to win it. But my point is, yet again, we've managed to get through to the knockout stages of the Champions League, and that is progress. I think that's 3 or 4 years we've done this now, but we've not been able to get past the round of 16 since that very first season when we knocked out Arsenal and got to the quarterfinals. And I really felt that if we could win the group, there was going to be a good chance of us actually doing that this time, if we could draw someone like Freiburg. But, we were just capable of beating Manchester City by 4-0. I don't know, I think that means that we're probably capable of beating just about anyone at home, and that's kind of crucial. If we can win 4-0 and then just try and defend for our lives in the away legs, then that's wonderful. So, if you do have any ideas about tactics, please do drop those in the comments. Right, so... in our next episode, it will, of course, be the double live com of our round of 16 games, basically. With obviously lots of league games in there too, but you'll obviously want to see our who we draw. The draw will be in the next episode too, don't worry about that. So, guys, if you like what you're seeing, I hope you have. We just beat City 4-0. I didn't even do that with Pompey, I don't think. Then please do drop a like on the video, and if you'd like it even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Red Star and a new series in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I will see you guys in the next episode for the knockout stages again. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.